Hi guys. I look so greasy on these videos. Like I always look like crap. But I just wanted to take a few minutes and talk to you about something I feel is super duper important. For me, it's been the most important part of my weight loss journey. It's the thing I think that's most important to ensure success when it comes to dieting, working out, any goal really. And that is changing your mind. Start changing things on the inside before the outside. It's more important. I think you can go to a nutritionalist, a dietitian. You can have a personal trainer that can make you a plan. You can, they can tell you exactly what you need to do to lose weight, to change your body, what food you need to eat, what exercises you need to do. And those things are really important, and they are something you definitely need to know. But I think what people forget to talk to you about is how to change the way you think about working out, the way you think about dieting. And without that, the meal plans and the workout plans, it's not going to make a difference. I had to completely change the way I thought about myself, but also the way I thought about food, the way I looked at working out. I had to first decide why I wanted to lose weight, why it was so important, why this time was going to be different. And then I had to remind myself of those things about 5 billion times. And I'm not exaggerating. I still every day have to say, you can't eat that whole box of Oreos because you're upset or because you're about to start your period. Or, food isn't entertainment. It's not to self-medicate. It's fuel for your body. That's it. I have to remind myself every day when I go to the gym how unhealthy I was before, about my heart palpitations, about my blood pressure being higher than it should have been, how I felt every day when I wasn't going. It's kind of like when you quit smoking. And every time you get those cravings, I don't really get cravings to smoke anymore. But I'm still in the habit of every time I see someone smoking, my brain starts reminding me of all the reasons why I quit just out of habit. My mind will say, remember how bad you smelled, remember how expensive it was, remember how you would cough and it would, you had to hide it from your kids, and I don't even want to smoke, but I'm just in such a habit of doing that now. And that's really the thing that's changed the most for me this time. And that's really the thing that's helped me stick to it this long and not give up and not go back and gain all my weight plus some. Make a pros and cons list. I've done that with food, with smoking, with drinking. Reasons I should quit, reasons I don't want to quit. And I've had to go back and look at those lists several times and remind myself, oh yeah, this is why I started this. We make our kids eat their vegetables, and if they're sitting in front of the TV too long, we're like, get up and go outside and play, get some exercise. A lot of times we'll eat worse than we'll allow them to eat. We make sure they get enough sleep. We do all of these things for our kids to make sure they're healthy, but it's like we don't feel that we're worthy enough for us to do those same things for ourselves. And not only is that not true, but we're kind of teaching them really bad habits. That's another reason why, I wanted to do this. I didn't want my kids to see me, fat and sweaty and lazy and not happy with myself. It's really hard to be happy in general and to be a really positive, uplifting person when you really not hate yourself, but hate what you've done to yourself. Every day you have to remind yourself that you're worthy of being healthy and that you're worthy of losing weight. That there's absolutely nothing that you can't do, that you can't accomplish. I listen to a ton of motivational stuff, motivational speakers, people talking about goals, success, not just in weight loss, but in other aspects of their life. And I really lifted myself up. I would go on long hikes and I would listen to these videos, or I would just talk to myself and meditate on just positive, just lifting myself up, saying things like, it's going to be different this time. This time next year, you are going to look like a totally different person. You are not going to quit this time. You are going to show everybody that's probably on your Facebook that's like, oh God, here she goes again, another diet. Sure, you're going to stick to it this time. You're going to show them that this time it's different, that you're stronger this time. And I pumped myself up so much that I knew after the first couple months, like, I can do this. Like, I can really stick to this forever. I didn't feel deprived. I was still eating. I wasn't starving myself, or, I would see the look on people's face when they would say, oh, you look great. What are you doing? And I would say, oh, diet and exercise. And they're like, shit. I was hoping he would say like a magic pill or some sort of video that's only like 4 minutes long that I can do and lose, 50 pounds in a month, because that's the kind of stuff that I looked for before. And, people would kind of be like, oh, diet and exercise, ugh, that sucks. And I'm like, it did at first, but now I look forward to it. I can't wait to get to the gym in the morning most of the time. I'm not going to say every day, but it's become part of my life. And once you see that scale move, you don't have to pump yourself up as much. You slide on a pair of pants you ain't been able to wear in 2 years and you're like, oh my gosh, this is working. I'm doing it. You start pumping yourself up even more. You start comparing your before and after pictures. You start seeing your progress, and it keeps you going. Like, it really keeps you driven. And that does work, but the mental aspect of it, the knowing your worth, the self-confidence, the reminding yourself of the reasons why you started in the beginning is what's going to keep you on the path. It's what's going to keep you focused. So today, just try writing down some reasons why you need to get healthy. Start a list if it's your children. If it's, you want to wear a certain size, if you want to look a certain way, if your cholesterol and your blood pressure is high, if, the health benefits, just make a list and read it over and over and over. Add things to it. Make a cons list. Why are you unhappy with yourself right now? What can you do to change it? Do those things till you're so confident that you can lose weight that there's nothing or no one that could discourage you from doing it. I still have a good 14 or so pounds to lose. And I have days where I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to do this. I am never going to be able to lose this last 14 pounds. Oh, it took me forever to lose the first, almost 40. But sometimes it's easy to look at how far you need to go still versus how far you've come. But, I look back at my pictures of where I was, and sometimes when I'm feeling really yucky about myself, I'll go put on, my size 6 or 8 jeans that I bought when I was wearing a 16, just really not that long ago. And I just start lifting myself up, just pumping myself up, telling myself the most positive, encouraging things I can think of every single day, and I do it several times a day. Just know that you are capable of doing anything that you set your mind to. Absolutely anything. And it doesn't matter. I'm not going to tell you to give up everything all at once. I'm not going to tell you, today stop eating this. Today don't do that. You're never going to be able to splurge and cheat. And just start with your mind first. Start there. all those little changes, the giving up fast food, the going from eating a quart of ice cream to just a scoop, those things will come as you change your mind, as you lift yourself up, and it will encourage you to be better than you were the day before. I promise. So that's all I wanted to talk to you about. If you have any questions, comments, leave them in the comment section. You can subscribe, like the video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.